America. Do you want to explain what it's like in Chicago?
It's freezing in Chicago. That's it. No, it's in Chicago. Any Chicagoan knows that the weather there is pretty unpredictable. It just depends on the time of year. But at this time, I've been keeping in touch with my parents back home, and it's frigid over there right now. Very cold. It's right next to Lake Michigan, so they get all the the drafts.
And Hyukjun, how you doing, buddy? Are you a winter boy or a summer boy?
I'm a winter boy. I always loved the winter time growing up because I really like snow and I really love this like snow sports like skiing and snowboarding everything. So I always been the winter guy.
Mm.
And as an Australian, I have lived overseas for 4 years in Canada in a ski resort, but I had an ex-girlfriend who lived very close to Geo in Wisconsin. They have pretty brutal winters as well, yeah?
They get a lot of snow up there.
And she used to find it funny. So here in Australia, if you don't know, we do have snow. People are very shocked by that. But I live in Sydney. And if we drive 6 hours south, there is some snow ski mountains. And when we go skiing, we always say we're going to the snow. And my ex used to find it hilarious that we go to the snow. Like she's like, we're just swamped with snow all winter, and you go to the snow. Like,
I had no idea that it snowed in Australia either.
So
wow.
We get some snow. So that's she always found that funny. Boys, what's some of your favorite food or drink when it's cold?
I'll go first. I usually like to make Moscow mules or mulled wine. That's my go-to, especially during the holidays.
Oh, is it good?
It's fantastic. Which one, mulled wine or Moscow Mule?
What's the first one? I don't even know what the
mulled wine.
Moscow blah blah.
Moscow Mule.
Moscow Mule is
Moscow Mule is basically just it's the cocktail. It's got ginger beer, vodka, a little lime juice. Sometimes they add a little garnish like limes or rosemary in it, and it comes in those little copper mugs. They're really good. You should try them.
And it's heated up, is it?
No, that's mulled wine. Mulled wine is heated.
Yeah, I know mulled wine. Okay.
What about with the cinnamon stick?
Have you got a winter drink that you love?
Well, actually, winter drink, I really love to drink cold things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it always goes great. The season, and then like in Korea, I think the wine thing,
mulled wine.
I think in Korea we call it bang shao.
That's right, bin shao. Yep.
Yeah, it's a like common. I think it's a common word right now because like there's a lot of places making this bang shao, which means the warm wine.
Yes.
That they're making. They're boiling the wine with the cinnamon stick and then the orange and the
fruit pieces of fruit like apples or they got different flavors.
Yeah, that's true. And then it was quite a big hit in Korea like 3 or 4 years ago. So
yeah, a lot of trends are coming back. Korea is very trendy. Something's popular, everything follows.
Yeah, very classy people here in Korea.
Very classy. Keep it classy, Korea.
No. No, as a Korean, I don't think so. Like we are following a lot of trendy things. I don't think that's not a bad thing, but
All right, Gio, what about some food like either in Chicago or here in Korea when it's wintertime? What's some food that you really want to tuck into?
Let's see. Back home, I know we talked about my Chicago hot dogs. It's always a go-to, but that's more so like in the summertime. Wintertime, I just, especially during the holidays, I do like to eat tamales, or I like to eat menudo. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's a traditional Mexican dish. Or sometimes I just like to stick it to the classic deep dish. I love a good deep dish pizza. But in Korea, as you guys know, there's lots of food tents around the cities, wherever you go. So I just love sticking to street food, and just for a couple bucks, I like ordering the sundae with tteokbokki with the tteokbokki sauce and just mixing that all together. Oh my God. Phenomenal. Oh yeah.
And another one that's very common, you'll see nearly everywhere next to those sort of shops is Odain.
Yep. Odain.
Oh, Odain. Yeah.
Yep.
Which is just, do you want to explain what that is, Hyukjun? That's not, I've never seen it until I came to Korea. Yeah.
I'm not a historian, but I think the Odain came from Japan. And the Odain is kind of like fish fillet mixed with flour, and then they fried it. So they have like they have their like certain shape, and then if you put it in the boiling water and then put some soy sauce, which we call, what do you call that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
The,
but that's the best thing. The Odain is like, I think in English we call it a fish cake, and then
yeah,
the
you
bro-
guys
like
call
the you can
everything
drink
fish
the
cake.
you can drink the broth,
The
and that
broth.
makes you
Yes.
Oh,
make
the broth
yeah.
is,
makes you so
oh,
warm.
yeah.
You just
Right.
hold the cup in minus 16 degrees. You just hold that cup like it's gold. Like
That's
yeah,
it.
like it's so
Yes.
good. And it only costs you what, $1 for a stick of Odain, and
Yeah, $1 for a stick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
my
basic.
favorite street food, as stay on Geo's theme, is in winter, fall into winter, is hot talk.
Yeah,
Hot
hot
talk
dog.
is like,
Hot dog. Hot dog.
sorry, how's my pronunciation?
Expert says.
Okay.
Yeah, hot dog. Yeah, hot dog's pretty good. The one with
And
the syrup on the inside, right?
yeah,
Like a little
so it's
pancake?
usually got cinnamon and
Mhm.
pine
Cinnamon.
nuts,
Mhm.
sugar inside. It's delicious. And my second favorite is actually when my family came over, my mum came over, she loved it too, that she went home and tried to have a crack at making it. It's like this bread and it's got an egg on it. Like it's an
Yes.
egg. I call it egg bread. I don't know what it's called, but I just call it egg bread. Like it's an egg on a sweet cake, and you just
Mhm.
eat it, and it's so good. I nearly burnt my throat once on it, but bit of salt. They don't salt it here, but a bit of salt will make it perfect. Yeah.
We make
Yeah,
that
Do
at
you
home.
guys
We
know-
make
Yeah,
hot dog
yeah.
at home.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Do
my
you know
wife
the
is
egg bread?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
I
you know
know
this?
I know what the egg bread is, because
Mhm.
like we call the same thing in Korean. We call the keran bang.
Oh, okay.
Keran means egg, and the bang means bread. So
Mhm.
egg bread is the right way to say
There you go.
keran bang.
Hmm.
All right. Before we start this podcast, I challenged you to come up with 4 things that we can do in winter each. A lot of these things you can do again in any other country that's got a winter. These are sort of based around Korea, but I'm sure you can copy these or adapt them to any other winter country that you move into. Gio, do you want to hit number 1?
Number 1, ice skating. Fun for the whole family.
Oh.
Where are some good places to go ice skating? Challenge.
I haven't gone ice skating here in a while. I think when I did it was in Anyang, because that's where they have their hockey stadium. I'd watch the hockey games over there.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah. In Chicago, obviously, if anybody's from there, gosh, I forgot it already. I just had a brain fart there. Yeah. Yeah. Millennium Park, they have, or where their bean is, they have a little ice rink there. And every year my mother's birthday falls in December, so she likes to go ice skating. So we used to take her ice skating for her birthday.
And Hyukjun, your first thing, what's something we can do in wintertime?
I really like chill weather because I really love to ski and snowboard.
Mm.
So in Korea, like 4 years ago, I think it's 4 years ago, we had this great Winter Olympic in Pyeongchang.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was there. It was a great time.
Oh wow! I never been there, but
No?
yeah,
Yeah, it was great.
it was really hard to get the get the ticket, but I'm like, I think you're the one of the lucky one. So
No, I paid a lot of money.
Ooh.
I watched Canada
Mhm.
because I love ice hockey. Canada played Korea in ice hockey. I think it was like $200 for a ticket. And I watched some other ice hockey. Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So we have a lot of like ski resorts in Korea. So especially in the Gangwon area, which is the highest land in Korea. So there's a lot of like ski resorts, and you guys can enjoy the like I'm not gonna say one of the greatest, but it is well organized ski resort in the whole world, I think.
Which one's that?
The ski resorts in Korea.
Well, all of them?
Yeah,
I like,
especially
let's name some. I really like Haiwan. Haiwan's my favorite. And there's also
Ooh.
Vivaldi.
Vivaldi?
Yeah, Vivaldi, the Daemyeon Resort. Yeah,
Yeah. And then there's
yeah.
also Phoenix Park.
Phoenix, yes.
And then there
Phoenix
are a
Park-
couple very close to Seoul, but the one thing, as someone who's skied in Canada compared to Korea, it is awesome. And compared to Australia, skiing in Korea is so cheap. Like you could fly here from Australia, ski here, and it's probably cheaper than going down to one of the Australian ski resorts.
Oh
So
boy.
cheap.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The
Because a lot of Aussies go
Blue
to
Mountain,
Japan.
right?
Yeah, a lot of Aussies go to Japan for skiing. But
Mhm.
if you're new to skiing and want to learn to ski or snowboard, Korea is perfect because Korea has great beginner runs, groomed
Yeah,
runs.
that's true.
But if you love the compared to Canada, if you like the off-piste skiing, like the powder, when I've gone, I haven't noticed anyone doing that. So it doesn't seem a thing here. But you guys, if you love the groom runs and you like to learn how to ski, perfect country to come and ski. It's so cheap compared to Australia.
that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know.
And there are some mountains so close to Seoul. I wanted to go. I've actually got a broken elbow at the moment, so I haven't been able to ski. It's killed my ski season, but I wanted to explore some of these mountains very close to us right here, especially here in Namyang. So that's something to do. My first one is indoor sports. Going to watch indoor sports. Gio recommended the Anyang ice hockey. There's a little ice hockey league here. And then there's also Korea. They're very good at supporting their teams. You got basketball and you got volleyball. So if you like to go watch some live sport, and if you even like to watch women's sport and support the women's sport, I love how Koreans get behind their women's sport here as well. So both the volleyball and the basketball have women's leagues.
Oh,
you can go
yes.
in there, very cheap. Same with the baseball, so cheap to have a drink in there and just watch some live sport. Yeah, it's great fun, and they cheer, especially the volleyball. The volleyball is fun to hear them cheer. They always do. That's how they'll learn how to count 1, 2, 3. Hana, do, set. Yeah.
Oh,
Hana,
yeah.
do, set.
And it feels like they have like cheerleaders for like every single sport too.
Yeah.
That was the other thing
Oh,
that blew my
yeah.
mind. You know, like nobody really watches the game.
They're
They're busy watching the cheerleaders and
beautiful.
chanting along with them.
Baseball, you don't have to love these sports to go and watch a sporting event here in Korea. You just people watch or the vibe, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's good fun. Even people that don't love sports, I've taken to events and they've had a great time. So that's my number
A lot
one.
of energy. Yeah.
Gio, what about number 2?
Number 2, my family and I like to go to amusement parks like Seoulland, since it was so close to Gwacheon Field, and Everland. We frequent those places quite often.
And they're winter friendly?
Yeah, very winter friendly. They used to, at least by Seoulland, they used to have ice skating over there, like sledding, but I think because of COVID, I don't think they offer that anymore, unfortunately. But we like to go. Just recently over winter break, we went to Everland and we stayed at the Homebridge Hotel. It's like a little lodge. And it's super convenient because you could just frequent the park and go back to the room to kind of relax, rest.
Oh,
It's like a
nice.
pension style, so it doesn't have like the furniture. It's just got the blankets and stuff on the floor. But that's all you need because most of the time you're out at the park.
And they
Yeah.
have the log house kind of thing, like
Yeah, that's what it is. Homebridge. That's the name of it.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Oh, how much did that cost you?
I believe no more, maybe under 150. I don't remember. Maybe
So,
130.
$150.
I don't remember. I have no idea. But I think we had a
Nice.
package with like the Homebridge and the tickets to the park. I think it was a
Yeah.
bundle.
I'm sure we'll talk
Oh,
about this in the future. If you go to Everland, I love Everland. I haven't been to Lotte World or Seoulland, you said, but
Yeah,
Everland
Seoulland.
is really good. They have an awesome roller coaster. But if you go online before you go, you get like skip the queue pass. I totally recommend doing that.
Like a fast pass.
Yeah, fast pass. That it costs you $10, but it saves you 2 or 3 hours of your day to go ride the roller coaster. Totally recommend doing that. It's probably not that busy these days because there's not as many tourists right now. But if tourists come back, I totally recommend doing that. Hyukjun, number 2.
Number 2. So volleyball is my thing.
Oh, I took
like
yours,
it
did I?
goes-
Sorry,
yeah.
buddy.
But the winter thing to go see the sports is volleyball.
Yeah.
Because like right now in here in Korea we have the number 1 female volleyball player of all time.
That's right.
Yeah,
She's the
Young
first person I
Kim.
thought of. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like she used to play in Turkey League, like they're all tall, like they're all tough. But like she was the MVP of that year, and then she came back to Korea. But like in Korea, due to the COVID situation, we didn't have the season, so she went back to Shanghai, and then the Shanghai guys gave her the check with no number on it.
Yeah, so 2 of us recommend volleyball, so that's a good suggestion. Volleyball.
Volleyball is a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, women's and men's. So you can come and support either. It's so good. My second option is just to similar to Gio's second one is just to layer up and keep doing what you're doing. Koreans are very good at doing this. Coming from an Australian, they don't whine. They just get dressed up and go to the palace, go to the fortress. There probably will be less people than if it was spring or summer or fall, and get your photos when there's not that many people around. So I recommend just layering up and brave the cold, drink some coffee while you walk around and see some of these touristy things, not just in Korea. This is sort of advice for any country, Italy, all these places. Wintertime is the best time to sort of avoid some crowds. So that's my number 2. Gio, have you got third?
A third one is kind of relates to Everland, but it's for us. We like to be spontaneous and have like hotel stays every once in a while, because as of right now, there's nowhere really else to go. We can't travel other places because we face a 2-week quarantine coming back. So sometimes we'll book places like in up-and-coming areas. I know like Songdo is one of them, if I'm not mistaken. That's in Incheon. Sometimes we'll stay over there, or sometimes we'll go out towards near the field near Solan. There's another place we like to frequent. I can't remember the name. I believe it's like a Cheongye-san location. I don't know if that's near like Songnam, but it's further. It's just south of Seoul, and it's quieter out there, a little bit more rural, peaceful. And we'll just rent a hotel for the night, just to get some free cable, a nice restaurant, local cuisine.
A young kid,
yeah, we can only do so much with the toddler.
And Hyukjun, have you got a number 3?
I think I'm going with the Geo.
All right, this is why I go first.
Yeah. So in Korea we call is a hokangs, which combines the word with hotel and vacant, like vacation. But we are using the vacation as French word. This is a vacances.
Mm-hmm.
So we are putting them together as a like hokangs, which means that you enjoy your day in a hotel.
Yeah.
You don't care about anything. You can just go like chillax and then watching a lot of Netflix and like the food that you didn't cook for. So
right.
It's a great thing to do in Korea, especially in wintertime, because in summer times there's a lot of tourists coming into Korea, but I'm not in wintertime because I don't think like everybody around the world would appreciate this winter, like cold winter time in Korea. So yeah, I think it's a
So this is a Boyd podcast. None of us have mentioned shopping yet.
I don't like to shop.
No.
Hey,
So this is maybe one day we'll have to get a girls version of this show so they can do the shopping segment for us.
Yeah,
so far, no shopping.
Yeah.
Even though Korea is famous for shopping, yeah. So.
Oh really? We are? No.
Oh, it's not shopping, like makeup, yeah. I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cosmetics, yeah, it's $1 billion industry here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we should invite some like female guests.
Yeah, that could be our 4th.
I don't see why not.
Yeah. All right. So my third one is cheating a little bit. So beyond COVID, coronavirus goes, when everything's been more flexible, is to get away from the cold, just fly to a different country. I personally haven't done it. Our vacations are very short here, especially if coming over as a teacher. You'll maybe get a maximum 7 days vacation, 5 weekdays and the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So your vacations, it's too far for me to go to Australia. It's probably similar for Gio going back to the States. You just don't have enough time to go home. But some places you can go and get some heat on you. I know some people go to the Philippines and it's like 4-hour flight. Gio, last podcast you mentioned, or 2 podcasts ago, you mentioned you went to Guam. How long was that? How long's that flight? Like, I haven't done that one.
I don't remember. Probably 6-7 hours.
Yeah.
I
know mates have gone Thailand. Yeah. So my third suggestion, and they're very cheap. I know before coronavirus, to fly to Philippines was so close to booking it, then everything exploded. It was only like $200 to get a return flight to Philippines and back, and to get away out of the country, get some heat, get some different food, cheap shopping. And,
shopping.
So that's my third. Maybe that's cheating a little bit, but that's what I guess.
That's all right. It's okay.
Especially, I think we're all craving some travel right now. So.
Oh my goodness, you have no idea.
Yeah. All right, I'm pushing you boys. We're starting to copy each other now. So do we have a fourth, Gio?
Yeah, I actually won. This is probably unique. You probably won't copy after this. So I have a resolution every single year, and that is to learn something new. This is more so for like myself, not even family
You did
oriented
copy my
anymore.
fourth.
Oh, did I? Oh goodness,
Keep
sorry.
going, keep going.
So 2 years ago, I'm sorry, no, last year, my resolution, it was silly, but it was to learn how to juggle, right? As stupid that
Oh.
sounds, I learned how to juggle within like the first couple months. But now this year, I'm actually learning Morse code. So since the beginning of this
really?
month, yep, I've been studying it. I've been memorizing the letters, the codes. I practice it every single day. I have my notebook and a notepad, and I listen to these messages and I decode them. And eventually, I just want to be proficient in it, because you never know when you're gonna need it. You just never know.
Yeah, that's true. Because I know one Morse code
Yes.
that I
Really?
that
Which
I
one?
yeah doop, 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 doop. It's a SOS. So it's a little tap tit, tit, tit,
Yes.
and the longer one
O
is a
O O.
O. So
Yes.
it's a
Tap tap
small
tap
tap
S.
tit, tit, tit. Yeah, it's
Yes.
S. So it's a SOS. So
Yes. Right.
that's the only Morse code that I know. Because in case if I know, it'll be helpful.
Ah, did you learn that in the military during your training?
Yes. Yes.
Aha. Nice.
We might quiz you on that in the future podcast.
Okay.
Have you got a fourth one, buddy? Or have we taken all yours?
The winter thing in Korea.
Mm.
The last thing I would like to recommend you to guys is the kummandu.
What's this?
Mm,
Oh, the soup, the
Uh,
soup.
No, it's a dumpling.
yes.
Yeah,
The
a
fried
dumpling. Ah,
Yeah, mandu, dumpling.
mandu,
yeah.
mandu. Mandu dumpling.
I really recommend you guys because I'm like, actually the kummandu is like fried dumplings, but I'm like, in Korea it's kind of like seasonal. So but you will get uh the dumpling size of your fist that is steamed in
Mm.
the streets, and then like you will see just the steam is going out, and then okay, that's the dumpling place, and then you go there, they're like um 5 dumplings for $3,
Mm.
so $3, and then man, that
Yeah, it's
goes
good.
like that goes great. Cheers.
All right. And my fourth, I'll go on that theme then because Jerry stole my fourth, is to download these food delivery apps then. So in Korea, we got Yogio, you got
Mhm.
Coupon Eats, and some other ones.
배달의
They're
민족,
very
yeah.
difficult to download. They're all in Korean. It took me 2 hours to download, not download, but to sign into Yogio. But
Yeah.
I think we may try to do a little tutorial video way in the future. We're still conquering the podcast platform, but in the future we might do some tutorials on how to sign. Because I think that's the hardest thing living in Korea, not speaking Korean, is not in daily life. It's signing up for forms and stuff online
Yep.
is the hardest. It's a lot of screenshot, translate, and
Papa
oh my
go,
God.
baby. Papa go.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing I think with not speaking Korean is all these paperworks, yeah, online. So that's my and the delivery systems here are awesome. I am a coupon shareholder, I should proviso, but yeah, like the places are really cool, yeah, and lots of great restaurants, and I don't think they seem that expensive. So especially in winter time when you can't be bothered going outside, just get a delivery. It's easy, yeah.
Yeah,
Super convenient.
that's true.
All right, boys, do we have any other options? I'm done.
No, I don't have any. I don't have any more.
All right, so on Instagram, we're putting out Korean words of the day, and we're just trying to do that to improve my Korean, probably improve a little bit of Gio's Korean,
This is
and
true.
just to show you some basic words. You can slowly start reading the words, and just words you can use in daily life. So we got some winter ones first. Gio, test. Do you know what snow is in Korean?
I believe it's noon.
I think
Are
you're
you
right.
sure?
Did I say I? I was confused the two.
Yeah, the noon is correct. It's
Oh,
the
okay. Woo.
snow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Snow, noon. And Gio, do you know? Oh, this is a hard one. I didn't know this one. What's winter in Korean?
겨울? No, that's mirror. I don't know.
It's almost the same. 거울 is the mirror.
Uh-huh.
겨울.
Geez, say it one more time, slowly. One more time. Hold on.
Oh, 겨울.
겨울.
Koyu.
겨울.
울.
겨울.
Yeah,
겨울.
겨울 is the winter, and then
가을.
거울
가을 is mirror.
is mirror.
That's thank you for that clarification.
yeah.
And
That's
whenever
very,
I get off the bus or something, I always hear girls going, what do they say? They always say something like, I'm cold, like choya, choyo. What's this mean?
추워요 means it is cold. 추워요.
Choyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
추워요.
추워요
choyo.
means the weather is so cold. Yeah, 추워요.
All right, boys, I think we've done well. We gave lots of options. I'm pretty impressed with what we came up with. Gio's been working hard on the website. Do you want to say any updates going on with the website, Gio?
Follow us on Instagram, #4ForManWan. Check out the website that's also posted on our page. As Keith brought up earlier, you will find the Korean words of the day that we share on each episode. If you also like to become a member on our site, go ahead and sign up for free. Join our community forum where listeners can reach out with questions or comments about the show, and we'd be more than happy to get back to you on them.
Yeah, that's true. And the thing is, it's FOUR number 4 MANWON 4 for Manwan.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Later, boys.
All right, take care. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah,
Ciao.
have a good night, everybody. Ciao.